This is episode 194. It's an S-hole, which is new.
Coming to you live from the Fingering Lakes.
Whoa.
It's the tone control. Boom.
If you share your screen? No, that wouldn't do it. No. Okay, never
You'd have to
mind.
be in the channel, which
Nah.
is fine. You could do that. Okay.
No, we're good.
The bottom line is, this is the tone control, the podcast, the remote recorded podcast about controlling tone.
The in-person live from the Finger Lakes edition.
Oh, did you want this?
Oh, thanks.
Here,
Oh,
thanks.
wait, here.
Oh no, wait, you already have
got
one.
one. I'm
Okay,
good, thanks.
okay. Here, do you have the bell? Here's the. There you go. I can put that over there.
I'm gonna just give it a quick.
Okay, there we go.
Yep. Okay.
Thanks for reaching that over
Yep.
to.
Good. Good.
That
Anyway,
was a funny joke.
it looks hilarious to us. So let's just continue. We're here remote, and this is always weird. My watch just dinged. I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that. No one's here in Discord except us.
That's because we asked them to be there.
Right. And I think it's also because we have not really been present in the channel for 5 days.
Yeah, we've been on vacation.
Yes.
We went away together.
With our wives, not just me and Justin.
It's good times. Oh God, I can't get this open.
Do you need some help?
Nope. I'm an adult.
Okay. Doesn't mean you don't need help. It's okay to ask for
It's
help,
okay to
everybody.
ask for help once in a while.
Yeah.
That's what I think that's what this show is going to be about. It's, keep track of your own mental health. It's okay to ask for help. Don't feel ashamed
Correct.
if you go on
some
vacation and can't think of any topics for your podcast, for example.
Right. We had a thing in the show notes, and I was like, hey, Justin, do you want to actually talk about this guitar thing? Or should we save it? And then we asked the chat, and like 3 people replied. And the general consensus was, tell us about your vacation.
Yeah.
And
I guess I'm fine
maybe
with
a
that.
couple other questions, which I think are good questions that we can get to. That
How
hopefully
do you
I remember.
like this? So this is like we have kind of a across the news desk look.
I need to, like, I'm looking over here a little,
So
right? Like, hey,
yeah.
everybody.
Should
But
I
I'm
put
also,
my microphone on this side? Should I turn a little bit?
let's make a bunch of noise with the chairs.
Okay.
I like the across the news desk thing because
Yeah.
this is probably like how I would see you on, like, when we're recording normally. Generally, right?
Yeah.
So this is fine. This works well
Yeah.
in a temporary kind of slap bang solution, right?
If you co-star tonight is the Thermoblaster heater here in the cabin.
Mm-hmm.
We're somewhere in the woods of upstate right now, and Wive made us a sign. She thought we needed some kind of logo to be in the background of our video, and so you'll see.
Yes, this on the back of a receipt from a winery, you will see the tone control written in ink that's probably illegible to the camera.
I can show it up. I could switch to the other screen. So
with a picture of a guitar drawn from memory
here's
by
the
a person who doesn't look at guitars every day like us.
right here. Right here, you could see the art,
Right.
along with a blank website page. So I'm going to switch back. So anyway, the tone control. That is how did she describe that?
The guitar?
The guitar drawn from memory.
Yeah, she said she couldn't remember if electric guitars had a hole in them, like an acoustic, a sound hole.
Right.
And then
And you said, you
said-
sure can't.
I said they don't. That's kind of the big difference between the two.
Yeah.
And I said, what's this? There's a little S shape under the string. And she's like, well, I knew they had something there.
There's so she just drew something.
She
under
drew
the
something in
so
there,
there's a
yeah.
squiggle that represents pickups.
Pickups, right. So we've developed a new pickup design that is S shaped. So, and then the horns on it go the other way.
Oh, I like that. It's like a, it's like, it's a little penisy. Now that I see it like that, it's a
A
little,
little, but-
it's a little like, but in this case, something's definitely something stuck in the penis.
If those horns went the other way, we'd have a guitar and nobody would think twice, you know?
Right.
But I'm looking at it here and it's just it's a little sad, I guess. She did put 6 strings on.
She put a lot into.
She put a
the
bridge
lettering.
on and she put in like an actual, like some depth. It
Yeah.
clearly looks like a solid body electric, which is cool. So yeah, I mean, maybe it's an F hole under the strings or an S squiggly hole.
It's an S. It's okay. So I've put it away. I can't stand to look at the Google home screen anymore. It's an S hole, which is new. Are we? Should we start our own brand of guitars
Oh,
with S holes?
like S hole designs or something.
S holes. Careful how you say that, folks.
It's just it's the name of the company, so
Right.
that's on you.
Exactly. Okay, so we went on a vacation.
We're still on it.
We're still on it. We
Yeah.
did it. Well, I mean, we went on it. So there is some past tense, but there's also some
Okay.
present tense, and there's going to be a little bit of future tense as well.
Correct.
We went to upstate. We just came out.
Upstate New York. Like, let's specify people who don't know where the Finger
Where
Lakes are.
upstate is.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the Finger Lakes. So we can see a lake right out there. We've gone all over the past few days, and we've not been to that lake. We only
That
went
one
to
lake.
different lakes
Yeah.
that aren't near our cabin.
Right.
Because that one sucks. Apparently.
Yeah. I don't know much about it. It's not one of the good ones, and whatever. We've been on some lakes. We were on a lake all day yesterday. Viewers at home may recognize that I am horribly sunburnt. Not horribly.
No.
It doesn't hurt.
You
but
look
I'm,
like you've seen some sun, but it's
I'm
not.
red. Yeah. And it'll turn into a tan within a day or two. But yeah, we were all day on a boat yesterday. We drove around a big lake today, stopped and had beer and wine and beef on weck sandwiches.
Yes,
Which was
is a classic
awesome.
for around. Oh my god, that
Oh,
place.
God, it was good.
Let's tell. I feel like now we're going to tell the story backwards.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
let's start. So let
Let's
me
start
rewind
at
even
the
more.
end.
We asked the tone control server what they wanted us to talk about, and everybody was like, "How about you just like tell stories about your vacation?" So that's what we're gonna do. It's finally here, everybody. This is the tone control episode.
Although technically we did debut the
shit,
design
yeah.
for our new guitar brand.
and some of the questions later kind of are gear and guitar related. So
It's fine.
not today.
Not today, folks. So so let's start as all good stories do at the end. Yesterday what did we do yesterday?
We got a boat.
No, but actually, no. I meant to start today. This is the mistake that's been made.
today. We went on that rad hike to look at a bunch of
Yes.
waterfalls.
There was a gorge, the Grand Canyon of the East.
That wasn't that one. That was a different park that we didn't go to today because it was too far away.
There's
But
a
it
place
was-
around here called the Grand Canyon of the East that we
Yeah.
did not go to, but the place we went to was a canyon and it was awesome.
It was rather canyon-like. Yeah.
Do you feel that it wasn't a canyon?
No, it was, but it's not the one dubbed the Grand
Okay.
Canyon of the East. So, what was the name of it? I forget the name of it. Because if you're in the upstate New York area, we would recommend the
5 out of 5 stars.
Watkins Glen State Park,
Watkins Glen.
and it was beautiful.
It was great. It's not a strenuous trail. There's a lot of steps. It's a lot of steps uphill, but it's not like a hard climb.
So I just want to throw in this here. Eric is not with us tonight. He's at a concert at Fenway Park, and he just threw a message in the chat for that while we're talking about,
You. Boom.
So anyway, yeah, Watkins Glen State Park was awesome and beautiful and really cheap and a good way to kill a few hours. So we did that this morning.
Spectacular. Got wet.
Got pretty
The
wet.
path goes under the falls on
Yeah.
more than one occasion.
Yeah, but it was great. Really quite beautiful. So then we drove just a few minutes up the road to Two Goats Brewing.
2 goats.
Two goats. I
We
didn't
didn't
see
meet the
any
two
goats,
goats.
but yeah, there's a lot of goats in the Finger Lakes.
But it's this brewery building tap room thing on a hill overlooking the lake, as well as vast sprawling vineyards, and it was glorious, and the
was
blue sky
beautiful,
was
yeah.
amazing. And the sandwich, beef weck. We were wecked.
Beef on weck.
Beef on weck, which you have around here.
It's
So-
like a regional upstate New York thing. It's a roast beef sandwich on a a Kimmelweck roll that is covered with caraway seeds and big flaky crunchy salt.
Yeah.
And man, was it good.
It was fabulous.
We had some beers. They're doing beer blends over there, which is rad. I wonder do you think they're borrowing that from like wine blends? Because there's a lot of wine here.
Everything here is wine and yeah, it's all about me. So, but they were right on the menu. You know, they named the blends, and then the bartender just did them at the tap.
I had one called Goatgasm.
Goatgasm. It was a goat mixed with the gasm.
Right.
No, that's not right.
That's not true. It was, I don't know what their beer names were, but
One of them was a goat something.
it was a 50-50 mix of two of their beers straight out of the tap. It was awesome.
And then
Then we went to,
where did we?
we went
it's all
here.
blended
We went to Swedish Hill.
Oh yeah, we went to another winery. We bought boxes and boxes. People placed wine orders through us. That's what it was.
We got this, the bourbon barrel aged dry red wine blend,
Yes,
which we both got.
it's fabulous.
Yeah. So I'm just going to leave that there.
Just leave it right here. Just leave it right here. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly
right
where you can't see
there.
it. Yeah.
That's the spot.
And then,
And then we went to this ice cream shop that's about ducks.
yeah, recommended by my boss back home.
Thank you.
Yes. Called Spotted Duck Creamery.
Something
Yeah, something like that.
crematorium.
It's a-
No,
Not that.
it's not that.
They make custard, not ice cream, which is a subtle but important distinction. And they use duck eggs instead of chicken eggs. So it was good.
Yeah.
Like really good. And then we came
Sorry,
back
I
here.
just turned you down a little bit in my headphones
Okay.
because I just
Am I coming in hot?
I can't. No, I'm just kidding. I did turn you down a little bit because I had you too loud. It's not because I can't stand you.
This has been a tough vacation.
Duck eggs. I didn't realize ice cream had because it's custard.
It's custard.
That's
yeah.
why it has eggs.
So it's frozen custard with duck eggs instead of chicken eggs, and then all kinds of crazy flavors and ice cream flights.
Yeah. And so this is what you're doing. This is what you're doing when you go there. Give me the ice cream flight. You pick your and they give you these little
It's a little half pint mason jar.
yeah. Oh, Derek. Plus the ducks. They were outrageous.
There was some really ugly chickens.
There was a rooster in there
Some
that
really
had
beautiful
so
duck.
much head feather that it just couldn't see, and it would fling the things around and then try to eat something, and I'd never survive in the wild.
No. And then we came home, played some games, ate some dinner, and started the podcast. So here we are
All right.
on this fine Thursday with no one in the chat.
Yesterday we were on. Okay, so guitar. Yesterday we were on a
Yes.
boat. Yes, guitar.
Yes, the boat guitar. No.
Yesterday we were on a boat on one of them lakes, the finest. I don't know if it was the finest lake.
It was the finest one to
It's
us.
the finest one we were on in a boat.
That's technically correct. Process of elimination. Yep.
And that was great, joyous fun. And we just fucked around. Like we
just ripped around the lake in a boat, had some beers.
Yeah, we just got onto the boat at like 9 a.m. and then drifted for a while looking at expensive houses and occasionally pondering whether it was too early to have a beer
Yeah.
until such time that we decided that it was not too early to have a beer, and then we
Right.
did so.
Stopped for lunch, zipped around the lake, went swimming.
Yeah, drive your boat up to the restaurant
Yeah,
kind of lunch.
yeah.
That was pretty cool.
That was cool.
I felt cool doing it. And there was,
Boat parking.
okay, so, but because we're in a touristy area, we're in a place that people vacation, I could hear the conversations of people seated around us. And there were people that had like never been on a boat before kind of thing, remarking about the different kinds of boats. And I felt like I've been on a boat, like I've rented and driven a boat around a lake, like, you know, like 8 times. So I was like a fucking expert.
Yeah, right.
I was like, listen to this noob behind me.
I've been on about 8 times.
So that was pretty good. Got some sun. Did some just dropped an anchor randomly in the lake and did some swimming.
Did some swimming.
Oh,
Yep.
got the anchor stuck on something under the
Yep.
water.
Yep.
I like
had to pull a little.
I go to pull the anchor up when we're done, and it was like I was like trying to lift Mjolnir.
Yeah.
I was like, I like
could-
put my feet up on, and it
Right,
was
and the
going
boat is
nowhere.
listing,
The
like-
boat yeah, and I was like, look, I'm like it was like a stuck on an old ship's mast or something. Except I think that would have been easier to lift.
The water was so clean and clear. We could see like 30 feet down or so and what it was stuck on.
Yeah.
Not something that we could go down and get, but We just yanked on it real hard and it came off.
Well, we drove around the other way so we could like
Yeah.
wiggle it out from under.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
I wasn't worthy of
Of
pulling-
Mjolnir.
Yeah. So
What else? What was the day before that?
we're
Wait.
leading up to the
To the what?
the dog story.
Yes. Okay.
We'll
so
get there eventually.
we'll get there eventually. On the way back, this is one piece of guitar show for the show. Beth spotted a cloud that looked like a Stratocaster, and she was like,
No,
she
the
said,
shadow looked like a Stratocaster
"Right, I'm sorry,
on the
yes,
hillside.
right."
Yeah.
She goes, "Look, a Fender," and
Yep.
I'm proud of her.
Got bless you, Beth.
She's
knowing-
outside drinking wine with Marielle and
Scratching her elbow.
scratching it hard. I think I would be really good at some kind of commentary on like a sport, a stupid
Sportsy?
sport.
Well, it would be stupid.
Like speed walking we were talking about today. It's the Olympics this week too, folks. We've been watching a lot of Olympics here at night.
Yeah.
We haven't caught any speed walking yet, but if you haven't been graced with,
knowing that that's
knowing-
real.
yeah,
Because
it's-
guess what? It's
yeah.
real.
go Google speed walking. Then what day is today? That was Wednesday. Today's Thursday. That was Wednesday. Tuesday. What did we do Tuesday? More wine tasting.
Yeah, I think we we hiked. No, biking.
Biking.
We
right.
took the bikes out. We brought bikes, you guys.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm yelling.
Because it was awesome.
Oh, it's freaking great. So we went, we do, it was a trail.
Oh, so it was,
wasn't
well,
mountain
here's the
biking.
cool thing about the trail.
Yeah.
It's because of all the lakes around here. There are canals between them a lot of the time. So we did, the trail we did was a decommissioned canal between those lakes.
Yeah.
And along the way, there's like old abandoned buildings. There's old lock structures for raising and lowering ships and stuff within those canals. It was really great. It was really long. We didn't do the whole thing, but it was very cool.
Yeah, we bailed because we felt the need for beer. And
Oh,
it-
yeah.
this has been a theme. So bikes was cool, but the point is we're exercising. We're not going to just drink beer all
I'm just
week.
going
And
to sit in the cabin and drink beer and podcast.
and podcast. Okay.
Shall we get into this? I mean,
Well, Monday was Monday the rainy day?
Sunday
No.
was a rainy day. We have an extra day. Monday we
all right.
ziplined.
Monday was ziplining.
Yeah.
So that was sort of the first big thing we did because was it really Monday was ziplining?
Yeah, because we got here Saturday.
And then so we had a day in of rainy day.
Right,
And then
so
it's been
yeah.
fucking beautiful.
The
rest
weather
of the
has
time.
been unbelievable.
So the clouds part, the rain stops, and we finish playing a board game, and then we immediately go out in the morning and go to do a zip line. There are 7 lines zipping all around these mountains. You walk to the next one, and
like an adventure park type of place.
it was kind of thing.
Yeah.
This kind of thing. It was great.
Yeah.
And
really fast, really fun.
Yeah.
Probably more dangerous than I want to know about.
you see, I don't feel like I was in danger at
No,
all.
I don't either. But like
But your
just
threshold
generally.
for wanting to know about danger is
yeah,
extremely
yeah,
low.
especially when it's like, well, what else am I gonna? Like, I'm not gonna stop doing this,
Yeah.
So, Beth wanted me to point out to people that the last run, line 7, was about a third of a mile long,
Yeah.
and people approximately our size get up to around 50 miles an hour.
It was pretty good. And it's so long that you have to you actually tuck into
Yeah.
a cannonball shape to make sure that you
Right.
are smooth enough through the wind to make it all the way to the end.
And you can't see the end from the beginning and stuff, and it was
You're going
awesome.
out over a great chasm as well. Like
Yeah.
you're in trees, and the longest one especially, you just emerge out, and it's like the whole lake and mountains and everything to
It
your
was
right.
beautiful. One thing they didn't tell us while we were doing that was how high up the maximum
Yeah.
height was, and I bet they strategically don't tell you that.
I bet if I was told ahead of time, I would have had a lot more worries.
The most worrying thing was getting out of the final zip tower, which involved most of them. You would like go down some stairs
Yeah.
or just hop down.
A couple of them had like a rope bridge.
Yep, there were bridges, and
Suspension
things.
bridge
Suspension
between a couple of things, which was wiggled
wobbly,
while you
but-
walked, and
but
it's
very
fine. But you were
secure.
hooked up to a tether. You
Yeah,
couldn't fall off.
very secure. The last one, there was no such ladder, and the guy. So we zip over to the platform.
I was the first one that goes across the really long. I was like committed because I was I didn't know. I'm not great at heights, so I didn't know if I was going to feel so great on these zipline things.
Mm-hmm.
But it was fucking great.
Yeah.
I would just say do it. It's so good. I mean, you're in a harness, like whatever.
Yeah, and
So-
I'm still feeling that harness. Actually, I'm a little bruised, but it's
But
fine.
you fly down the end and I land, and then Derek comes behind me. I can't remember if he said it to me before or when
said
you
it to me,
landed.
yeah.
Okay, so like we're the only ones over there with the guide, and everybody else is about to come. And he said,
Yeah, now you get to jump down.
now you get to jump off. And we kind of peer
And, like-
around. There's no ladder.
Well, the two guides have been kind of, not trolling, but they had been,
They horse around a little bit.
they're giving us some jokes and like, oh, now we get to go on a quick, 5-mile hike, and we're like, really?
I think he's
Like,
fucking with me.
Yeah,
He's like,
right.
what gives you that idea?
Yeah, It's that kind of thing, and just general, being funny. And we're thought like, oh yeah, well, there's a ladder. But there's got to be, right? There's no ladder.
So we turned around. So we're 35 feet on this platform, maybe
probably.
30 or 35 feet. It was
Enough
something
that
in
like
zone.
if you really fell off of it, you'd be in a lot of trouble.
It was like, it was like jumping off a roof, at
Yeah,
least.
easily. Yeah.
And so I was like, well, that's real. Like, and there was like a tether thing there. So I was like, okay, so something's gonna they're gonna gently lower me down. I'm not gonna be caught by a trampoline or something like that.
Right.
But I'm watching everybody else come in and trying to make it all the way to the end and having to be reeled in a couple of them because they're the lighter people have to cannonball even further than the rest of us
Yeah.
in order to make it. And then he explains that this thing, so they have, somebody's going to know what this is, but it's an auto belay.
Yeah, right. And it's like a rappel assist.
Yeah, so it
kinda
was like
system.
a spool that essentially like feels pull on it and resists a little
Yeah.
bit. So basically they hooked me up to that. And I was like, I am so glad that I'm first in line because the way you're hooked up, you have to move on in the same order that you zipped in because
Yeah.
you're never not hooked to something. So basically I just move my hook from one thing to the next and then the second hook the same way.
Mm-hmm.
So you're always hooked up. So I had to go first and I was so thrilled because I definitely would have
Yeah.
gone fully white and not, but
It was pretty alarming.
but he explained it. He's like, okay, so this is going to catch you and you're going to fall. So what you do is just back up and it's like the Olympic diving. You back up.
Yeah.
So just your toes are on the platform and there's nothing behind you.
Yeah,
And,
and-
then you're supposed to just fall.
You just fall. You grab the thing over your shoulder,
Right.
and when it detects a fall, it resists
catches.
and catches. But there is a split second where it's not grabbing you.
You have
yet.
to fall to make it detect it. And so
Yeah.
he's like, it's really going to work best if you straighten your legs and just fall backwards.
Yes, because if you go too slowly, you're gonna fall further, basically,
Yeah.
which is very scary.
Which is what the guy after you did.
Yes.
He started to step and then got afraid and tried to pull it back, but he was too far and his weight pulled, and he ended up
he-
like
he
swinging
kinda
all around.
tumbled
And he
a
was
little.
okay. He was fine, but like,
Perfectly safe, yeah, but it
but yeah,
was awkward.
I was like, I have to do this right now because if I think about it for a single more second, I will talk myself out of it. And I
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
stepped back there, and Marielle says my face turned all green for just a second. I was like, oh
Bye.
my God, I am doing this. Oh my God. I can't believe my legs are moving and I fell and it catches. and
Right.
I don't remember what I said.
It is.
Yeah.
You said, "Oh my lord." Yeah, it's
Just
so.
couldn't believe I was just jumping off a perfectly good platform.
Yeah, it's so. It goes against every survival instinct you might have, and everything that kicks in, you're like, it's crazy to jump off of this thing, but the guides are there, and they're saying like, yeah, we got
Well,
you.
he did it right before me too. That's
Right.
when I saw that there's this like clunk, and then it drops you down. And I was like,
Slow.
I'm not going to feel it because when I'm going on the zip line all day, I feel fine because
The resistance
my
is
weight
immediate.
is on
Yeah.
it, and I'm holding on, and I just go, and then the harness has me, and I'm free. I'm zipping. But yeah, I was like, oh wow, I have to actually fall for a second. So anyway, but I did it.
Yeah, and it was scary, but it was
Yeah.
cool.
It was very cool.
Okay, Monday.
That was my
That was Monday. Sunday it rained like hell. Like just God, it rained so much. And we sat inside and played board
we
games.
like board games.
We brought like 2 dozen.
If you don't like
games.
board games,
There's the door.
fuck you. Actually, I think you're lying.
That too.
Yeah.
Yeah, board games like all day. We played 3 or 4 full, complete, big time games, and it was good. It's Friday or Saturday, we got here and went to a brewery and hung out and did all that. So, the big thing that's been happening this whole trip, though.
Yeah. So the fur babies. So we left the dogs at home. We have we've had good luck in the past with getting rovers to come, and our regular rover that we absolutely love was not available, at least for the first few days. So we found a different person, and I would never. Like Derek said, are we telling that story? We usually time delay things because when I talk about real people on the show, I obfuscate it or I time delay it or something like that. We don't want to. We don't want it to be something that somebody could hear about themselves. Not that.
Well, right. I mean, it's just in the off chance. Right.
I don't want to upset somebody. So this person, I actually don't care if I upset. This is how bad
Also,
the story is going to get.
The odds that this person hears this
that's impossible.
retelling is
It's
impossible.
crazy.
Yeah.
So this person comes, and like obviously I'm not going to like name her, but anyway, she has like a social anxiety. She tells us about these things, and before we meet, I have a social anxiety. She's like a college student. You know, do you mind if my dad comes when we meet? I have a social anxiety. Oh, of course, that's and I'm thinking. She's probably better with dogs than people.
Right,
You know?
which would be perfectly.
I've totally known people like that,
Yeah.
first of all.
Oh, yeah.
So when she gets to our house, she's visibly afraid of Emerson, our larger dog. He's exuberantly excited to see everybody, and he kind of jumps up a
He's
little bit.
a big dog. Like, he's not an enormous dog.
60-pound dog.
Yeah.
It's not crazy.
Yeah.
But she's visibly frightened by him, and she's like acting like this.
Yeah.
And that's not what you want to see from a dog sitter.
No.
But the girl's dad seems to think this is perfectly fine. And I was thinking, well, this girl is not neurotypical, is the
term.
the term. And I'm going to take his cues on if she's feeling uncomfortable, he's going to react, and I'm going to feed off of that. And then, you know what I mean? I'm going to know what's normal for her. And so he acts like everything's fine. So I think everything's fine. We do our whole meet and greet, and she doesn't talk a lot, but she explained
That's
that.
fine.
And we, here's how to take care of our dogs. Here's how they eat. Take them for walks. The usual. They like to, they'll go for as many
like to
walks as
play.
you want.
Yeah,
they like
it's
to
nothing-
play. Here, the backyard is fenced. All the things you need to know. So everything's going to be fine. We go. She's going to be essentially house sitting. That's what we do because my dog has anxiety, and it's like actually a lot better for him to be at home. So we don't board them or anything. But so she comes while we're gone, and the first day goes by, and we can see that she didn't take the dogs for a walk because we have a doorbell camera, and I can see if anybody leaves the house, and I can see when she arrives, and I can see that she doesn't leave the house, and it gets to be like past dinner time, and we're like, how's it going over there? Oh yeah, everything's good. We played some ball. I was going to go, and then it was like I was going to take the dogs for a walk, but it was a little chilly.
Yeah.
And we looked, it's 70 degrees
Not chilly.
at the house.
Perfect dog walking temperature.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see where this is going. So
Like maybe just a weird, like I forgot, and blaming it on something like the
knows?
weather.
Yeah,
And,
something's up,
okay.
but, like-
well, it's only a day then.
what the fuck's that about?
Right.
So it's chilly, she says. So then day 2, she said, day 2, no walk in the morning.
Yep.
We're sort of checking in with her. So what's going on? And oh yeah, well, it's a nice day today. I'll hopefully take him for a walk in around dinner time. Really?
Yeah.
So you're gonna go like essentially a full 24 hours before you're gonna do the thing you've been hired to do, right?
Yeah.
Or a significant part of the thing you're hired to do. And then like at 8 or whatever, when it's like way past when she should have, and we can see that she never did, Marielle's communicating with this person on text. It's like, so,
What's up?
What's up?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hi, everybody's happy, sending us pictures of the dogs looking happy. And there's like something on the floor in the photograph. So she sends us a picture of our dog sitting there with bits of junk, like obviously chewed up bits of junk. I figure out that which of my daughter's toys has been chewed up by Ginny, which she definitely does not do if she's not left alone.
Right. You know the behavior pattern of the dog, and like
Occasionally, if she's left alone and she's not exercised enough, she will try to find one of Arya's things and she'll kind of chew it up, or she'll at least drag it into the living room.
Yeah, pay attention.
She
to
never
yeah.
ever does that when she's not left alone or when she's not tired.
Properly cared
You're
for.
not properly exercised. And then she sends us that, and says, "Oh yeah, well it was unfortunately it was raining. We didn't get to go for a walk." And I can like, whatever. So maybe the weather lies a little bit, the weather apps lie, but I can look on our doorbell camera and I see that it was raining between like 3:30 and 4. And then the sun came right back out.
Yeah, summer storms.
It was 72 degrees that day. At 5
Maybe it
p.m.
might be a little chilly.
It was a little chilly for her, I guess. And it's like, so what's in that picture? Because that's the thing, is like she sent us a picture of our dog with that in it.
With the mess in it. Yeah, not
So it didn't occur to her that that was not correct.
or to even to hide it. Like, well, that's the weird part, like to have cleaned it up
Exactly.
and try to ignore it, or to
I'm
just
gonna
admit
send
like,
this to
hey,
the
sorry,
owners.
Jenny got into something.
Right.
Right. None of that.
And it's like, so we figure out what, oh yeah, sorry, I'll clean it up. I thought it was a dog toy. No, you didn't. It's like chunks of foam. It was like a foam
Yeah.
building blocks toy.
Right.
It was like chunks of, it's like, that's not a, and this happened again the next day, another picture of Ginny with one of Arya's toys in the middle of the living room floor. So we're starting to think, what is going on? She's not taking the dogs for walks, and Ginny is clearly like not being, she's not
Exercise, yeah.
experiencing company. Like if you're in the room with her, she is not going to take things that aren't hers.
Yeah.
I know that dog. I know that's not going to happen. And the next day goes by. This is day 3. She doesn't take them for a walk. And by this time, we're done. We're
Yeah,
furious.
you're deciding at this point to be very direct and say
Yeah.
like, please take them for a walk today.
She even said
Yeah.
like, we went outside and we threw the ball. They got real tired, and there's a picture of them like sort of like with their tongues out.
Yeah.
And then she's like, man, they're so sleepy. I hope they wake up so we can go for a walk later. And we're like, girl, say the word walk out loud right now, wherever you are. And
Those
see what
dogs
the
will be
fuck
by your
happens.
side in a second.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I hope they wake up. So we're basically,
It's not an infant.
we're basically
right?
done. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Marielle,
Combined with like the text exchanges are very slow, right? She's not responding very quickly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, especially if we say like, what's that on the floor?
Yeah.
That response took like 40 minutes to get the like, oh, I don't know. I'll clean it up now. And so I don't know what's going on there. I'm thinking she's like conferring with her dad or whatever because she doesn't know
and
how
at
to
first,
respond.
We're still giving everyone benefit of the doubt all day long. Oh, maybe she's in the shower. Like, oh, maybe they ran outside. Like, who knows? Right.
It's crazy. So Marielle, she's done. I'm done. She gets in touch with the dog sitter that we really love. I know you're not available, but just some advice. Like, what aspect of this could I possibly be missing? And then our dog sitter is furious.
The good one.
She's the good
Yeah.
one. She's like, no way. I'm going over there right now. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't really like that. Like those were actually the days she wasn't available for. So basically we had to plan where she is going to actually take over for this girl. We're basically gonna tell her you're gone.
Yeah. You come up with a plan for your
And
folks
she
to
advises,
come. Yeah.
well, she advises and we agreed, like, we're not going to tell her we're dissatisfied with you. We actually are just going to tell her that my parents are taking over. They
Yeah.
got back from their trip. We're trying to save some money. And this will keep her from being upset because she's still inside our house, right? She still like has our garage door code, And so we tell her that mom and dad have come back and my mom's going to come by today. If you could arrange to be, sorry about the change of plans, but we'll, we don't have, we'll save some money, sorry about it. And what we did is we paid her half up front and we were going to pay her the other half at the end. So we're figuring, I mean, technically we've overpaid her for the 3
Yeah, if you're
days,
prorating, yeah.
3.5 days that she's been there, but whatever, we know we're not getting it back kind of thing. And so really what's happening is, and I actually did send my mom over to the house to check it out and make sure that she didn't like trash the place or whatever. But like we tell her this and she manages to get a pickup around 1 and then new dog sitter comes in. Then new dog sitter, the one we like, goes into the house and starts checking the place around. She finds, God, where to start? The bathroom, the upstairs bathroom, which is the one that's like set up for guests, it's near the guest room. The floor mat is soaked through with water to the extent where she carried it outside and draped it over a chair and it was dripping. Okay.
Like just weird.
How
Why would that be?
did that happen?
Yeah.
And
like way beyond whatever would drip off a human body getting out of a
Getting
shower.
out of the shower.
Yeah.
Like a bucket was poured on this.
yeah,
kind
like
of
it was
thing.
dunked in the tub.
It was like
kind of.
dunked. Yeah. Well, I have no idea. Like we're trying to invent theories. And then she also says that the couch smells and feels like somebody peed on it.
Something.
In the
yeah.
blanket.
In the
also.
blanket that was on the couch, right. And
Now,
so
my dogs don't pee in the house. Ginny scratches at the door and stuff if she wants to go out. Like you would have to neglect them so hard for them to pee. And even in that case, I think they would find a corner somewhere. I do not think they would pee on the
especially
couch.
because like Ginny gets on the couch as a place to
Right.
rest.
Yeah.
And dogs don't go where they sleep. Everybody knows this. So, and even if they were to pee on furniture or destroy furniture, they're not going to get on top of it first. You know,
Dear
They're-
listener, do you know where this is going?
you gotta know. Like,
I can
gotta.
only see one possibility.
yeah.
The girl peed on the couch. What?
That's for my own mental reset. Like, that one's
What
for me.
on earth?
Yeah.
But it's the only thing that, like, I just can't. I honestly feel like that's more likely than the
like,
dogs.
There's text message exchanges in between all of this, and she's like, kind of.
Okay. Well, so when we tell her that our parents are coming in, she said,
She gets
first of
pretty
all,
defensive.
the social anxiety, I was really expecting her to just feel like that's awkward and dash out as soon as possible.
Yeah.
But to my surprise, she came back with a, okay, did I do something wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Question. And I was like, we need to get her out of the house. No, we're just trying to save money, really. And then so she messes around, an hour or two goes by and she arranges to be picked up. She doesn't have a car. And it's at 1. Then after she's out of the house, we're finding out about these things. Around this time, this is in the afternoon now, it's like 4 or 5 in the afternoon, we get another message from the bad dog sitter.
Mm-hmm.
And now she's angry and she's going to be angry with us. She's going to basically tell us that we mistreated her she's missing out on opportunities. She takes us very seriously. This
Right.
is my
This is
job.
how I pay my bills.
This is how I
Yeah.
pay my bills. And I missed out on opportunities because you had me booked for these days and I could have taken
Mm-hmm.
jobs for those other days. And you think we're square because you've paid me half, but really you should have paid me the whole thing and all this
Yeah,
nonsense.
if you had, right, yeah.
Right. And like, I'm trying to think, is there anything else should I summon the phone?
Maybe.
Wives.
I'll send a text.
All right. We might summon the phone to get the whole text message. This, oh my God. She indignantly, but for the most part, politely, sort
Yeah,
of
still like-
sends us a scathing rebuke about how we are bad and we hope she hopes we never do this to another dog sitter.
Exactly. Kind of like,
Sort of shit.
I'm out of there and this is over, but like, hey, just so you know, you suck.
Yeah, like you did a very bad thing. And
Yeah.
she sees it.
Okay. And we want to grab the phone here for the
I want to get
play-by-play.
technical about this is the juice.
Yeah, this is the great. She's at the door. Here we
She's
go.
scaling back through her text messages to find it. Although there's only one person
exchange,
on
yeah.
this message.
Just scrolling back up for you. Hi.
We want to know the dogs. We need the dogs that are message.
Where do you want to start?
At the
end, we've kicked her out, and now she's
you already
mad.
told the rest?
Yeah. Yeah, kind of like the did I do anything wrong sort of
Yeah.
era.
Yeah.
So we've got the, I'm sorry, I'm very confused. Did I do something wrong? Not at all, we said. It really was that we usually don't have. We lied. Our family comes into town. Do you guys want to be in the?
No.
Okay, they don't want to be in the shot. So Beth's going to come in the shot.
Well, now I feel like I have to.
Yeah, come over onto my camera because look, we're on two
What are you
different.
doing to me? Get out of here. Get out of here. This is, come on. It's podcast time.
It's podcast time.
Focus time. Okay. I won't be, so she gets picked up by 1. That's no problem. Okay. She reiterates the social anxiety. She's saying she wants to make sure my mom doesn't come to pick up the dogs until after she's cleared out. I'm like, okay. Although that insistence worries me slightly because it makes me think if she's going to trash the place before my mom gets it. Anyway, but I let it go. Okay. So now our new sitter has taken over. We're finding the weird things that we're pretty sure is pee on the couch.
Oh, you already said that?
Yeah.
Man, you're telling this all out of order.
No, we're not. Because this happened I'm telling it
This is
like
all
in chronological.
simultaneous.
Yeah. Okay, so from the dog sitter El Bado, I wanted to let you know the dogs were playing and ran into a shelf and broke something. I put it back on the shelf. So you weren't going to tell us that until you were already cleared out of the house, and you've waited until you're cleared out of the house.
Yeah, kind of a by the way moment.
By the way,
Yeah.
I also
Yeah.
wanted to say I appreciate that you think pay me 140 means we're even. And you should have paid me the whole thing. This sort of stuff, which I already explained. So okay. Dog sitting is a job for me. It's how I pay my bills. I committed to dog sitting for you and missed out on work in the meantime. I'm not at all happy, and I hope you don't do this to another sitter in the future. So we're
We're in the car just
collating.
raging.
Musing.
Yeah.
We're musing how we're going to respond, because really we were probably not going to tell her what we thought was wrong with her. We were probably just going to let it go.
Weren't we on the bike trail?
Yeah, or just finished.
Yeah, in and out of
we had-
service.
So we're driving back,
Yeah.
and we get this message, and we're sort of musing about what we're going to say. And it's basically like, oh man, like, okay, fine. We'll explain to you the dumb shit that you did. And
But I was
then,
going to do it really politely.
but we
Yeah.
were going to be polite because she was basically professional in her language, basically. And then, so we've been looking at this message for 38 minutes or something.
like
And then, can I show you? No, it's not going to show up. The middle finger emoji comes
Out
in
of
from this girl.
nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
Out of
Like
nowhere.
almost an hour after sending that thing while
Yeah.
we're like.
She's completely unhinged.
She's totally crazy. So we write back.
I write back.
Marielle
Okay,
writes
right.
back.
Some of my best
Hey,
work,
listen,
everyone.
we all got together about this. and
That's true.
4 brains composing a scathing letter. It's good.
it's good. And we
Fully
explained to her.
English teacher
She says,
draft,
well, I guess we're doing this. I was trying to avoid saying anything as to keep things as positive as possible, especially since you've said you have social anxiety, and I empathize with that. But since you became very rude, I feel the need to be clear and honest with you. First, I understand that dog sitting is how you pay your bills, and I was fully prepared to pay the full amount, but I unfortunately had to cut it short because our dogs weren't being cared for properly. Yes, so this is about
It's the
Rover.
app and stuff,
Yeah, this is
yeah.
about Rover. So because we had decided to,
The shelves.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay. There are no shelves low enough in our home for the dogs to break something when they play. I assume that means that it broke when you were throwing a toy. That happens, and it would not have been a big deal, but you weren't being honest about it. Nor did you tell us when it happened. This is unprofessional, so I mention it so you can learn from that for future jobs. There's also clear language in the agreement that confirms that
I wouldn't have had to pay.
yeah, you wouldn't have had to pay.
Right. The coverage of
Right.
damages.
Coverage
and
of
things,
damage
yeah.
and things like that. Along those same lines, here are the real reasons we ask you to leave, which again, I wasn't committed to mentioning. I wasn't going to mention in an attempt to keep things cordial and bring and bearing in mind that my dogs were not injured. First and foremost, we hired you to take care of, we hired you to take care of our dogs and home and left clear instructions. You watched our dogs for 4 days and they didn't get a single walk. I have to admit how confused I am about this. You made incredibly odd comments about it being 70 degrees, which is lovely and perfect for a dog walk. Finally, it was clear that the dogs need to walk every day, which is the bare minimum that a dog owner would ask besides feeding the dogs. You did not walk them for 4 days, even after a specific request. I know this because we have a doorbell camera that shows when someone is at the doorway or in our driveway. It alerted us. I didn't actually tell
you
us
were
about
afraid of clouds.
it.
We haven't
alerted
gotten
us
there yet.
the one time we have this video from like 3:20 p.m. one day when she opens the door and starts to step out onto the porch and then and like hurries back inside the house and slams the locks shut.
And locks 'em.
And
Yeah.
I can hear the locks going chuk 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 really fast. Like she's
Like
afraid
someone-
of the sky or something.
Like something was running at her.
yeah,
Almost.
like
yeah.
it was
Like a
she,
murder hornet.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Like a murderer.
It alerted us when you went outside quickly yesterday, but you said you would take them for a walk after dinner last night, and you did not. Nor did you admit that. The weather's been beautiful, and any dog sitter we've ever had has loved taking our dogs for walks. You said you hope I don't do what I did to another sitter. I hope you don't do this to another dog. 2.
Slam dunk.
Ginny does not take my daughter's toys when she is left alone. I don't know how it happened because I know you didn't leave the house. Doorbell camera. But I know that she was not getting sufficient exercise or attention. You didn't seem to notice when she had chewed something up, and on both occasions I had to mention it before you noticed and took care of it. The first thing she chewed up would never have been a dog toy. In fact, those little pieces are a choking or intestinal blockage hazard. It had been there for hours before you cleaned it up, which could have killed my dog. Finally! If we're going to get nitpicky about the money owed, I technically only owed $120 for services rendered. I was willing to forego that. You also rented a movie on our Amazon account without asking or saying anything.
Back to the Future.
So we're at another $5. Yeah, rented Back to the Future on Amazon Prime, watched it for maybe 10 minutes.
What a waste.
I mean, you should know if you like that movie by now.
Right. This should not be a first viewing.
Can we get into that a little bit?
What do you do when you're browsing around?
Like, oh, I've
and
heard about
Amazon's
this.
like Back
Yeah.
to the Future, rent it for $4.99. You click it. Are you sure you want to rent this for $4.99?
Yeah,
Click it.
Yep, let's do this.
Watch it.
10 minutes.
Oh wait, this is Michael J. Fox. Never mind.
Yeah. Oh, Christopher Lloyd. What's their
Christopher
relationship
Lloyd, yeah.
about? I don't like this. How do they know each other?
the actor.
How do they know each other? Doesn't matter.
I didn't ask for any of that money back. I suggest that we leave it there. I wish you luck in the future, and I do not wish you any ill will, but I would gently add how important it is to do things you agree to when you watch someone's pets. My dogs are important to me. They are members of my family. And I won't let someone care for them whom I feel is not doing what I've asked, all of which are reasonable things. This has taken up hours of my vacation with my best friends and my best friends. Is what this has taken up my best friends. I lost my place because of
we
the
are
dumb
both
thing I said.
unhappy.
It seems we're both unhappy, and it's not. There's not much either of us can do about it. The middle finger emoji was completely inappropriate and unprofessional, and I hope you never treat a client like this again. It is very disappointing. Please do not contact me again. After which,
The plot thickens.
you think that's going to be the end, right? We've told this girl where the fuck to stick it. Then, a few hours later, we get a message. Are Emerson and Ginny okay? And she sends us a picture of them that she took at
With
our
the
house.
caption, the last
With the
picture.
caption, I miss them, with a couple of cryy faces.
then another one.
Another
Oh,
one
that-
of
okay.
Ginny. The last picture, ...
Right, like, is this the last picture taken?
Final picture.
Is it the last picture there will ever be?
That's
right, like because I murdered your dog.
Yeah.
That's where it stops being like a person who is lazy and possibly afraid of clouds and is kind of a weirdo to like actually a psychopath.
Right,
Like,
there's a disconnect. Yeah.
what's going on? Like she wants to yell at us about all that stuff, and then she's like, like
I
a
miss
picture.
them. Oh my god.
Oh my God,
They're
I
such
miss
good
them.
Then I
dogs.
said it's odd that this is your next communication after sending me the middle finger. Here's my earlier message again.
Yeah.
Resent it, and she says,
Whatever. Please just leave me alone. I wish I would have never even came to meet you.
I mean, let's not. We all know that that's wrong, but
Yeah. I mean, grammar aside, what the fuck? And then, leave me alone. We said don't contact me, and you sent me pictures of my dogs.
and then said the last picture.
The last picture.
Oh, turns out what she broke was like an heirloom from my dead father. So.
right.
Way up on the highest shelf. It's like at my head level. So she whacked it with a ball throwing down the hall,
Or deliberately.
or deliberately
I
dropped
mean,
it
she may or
right
may not
before
have
she
peed on my couch.
right before she
so-
peed on the
No,
couch.
this is not a may or may not.
Right?
We feel that
She
this
peed
is-
on your couch.
Yeah.
Like, there's crazy
And
person
dipped
piss in
my
your couch.
bath mat in the bathtub.
We hope. We
hope.
hope it's the bathtub.
Well, she didn't say that smelled like pee.
Right, but it
So-
could have just been dunked in an empty toilet.
I don't think that rug would have fit in the toilet.
Well, a little bit of swishing. I mean,
If she's
you know,
mad enough to
you
do
just have to, like, you just have
If
to
she's
do a
the
few
sort of
dips.
person who can pee on a couch.
right, there's so much to unpack here, and this
Is it even worth doing?
right, and it boils down to like you just had to walk a couple dogs for 4 days for a week. That's not the biggest request.
In her defense, it was 70 degrees. That's quite chilly.
Well, one day it was raining between 3:30 and 4.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, how
and
dare
did you
she?
tell them that she was hoping that at some point they would wake up? So
Yeah,
she could
yeah.
walk
If they
away?
wake
We got
up
it
so I
all.
can give
We
them
got
a-
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was the ongoing drama.
Anyway, for fellow pet owners in the
Yeah.
world that can
Stick
empathize.
to your apps and stuff, and like just be careful who you let in your house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to change our garage code now because like she might
Because-
come and murder our other dog sitter.
Well, I don't.
I'm not worried about your other dog.
I think
sitter.
our other dog
She seems
sitter is-
pretty capable.
She's a badass.
She's a formidable person, and I don't worry about that. But
No, that's true.
I do kind of.
She would take
you
it
know.
on. We
Anyway,
bought her wine.
That's it.
She deserves it.
that's the story.
Hell of a story.
Morning
Yeah.
glory. All right.
Guitars.
Hot in here.
It is hot.
so
Yeah, I know.
hot in here.
I
It
know.
is very hot.
It's because we can't have things like fans indoors.
Well, we could have a fan. We could turn the fan on.
Yeah, it's because this lamp sucks and it's
This lamp
very,
sucks.
very, very
Really
hot.
Beautiful though.
It's hot.
75.
I
guys.
know.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna turn the.
Can you
That's
turn
dog
the fan on?
walking weather.
Hold on. I can't do this anymore. I have to turn the fan on.
Yeah, it's toasty. Do we? Well, can we open the door too? Like, are they gonna?
It's fine. We can open the door.
All right,
But the hens are outside clucking.
that's all right.
It's fine.
Oh, I
hopefully
feel it
that'll-
already.
That'll cool us off a little bit. We shouldn't have.
Yeah, open the door.
Yeah, leave it open. It's cool. We really shouldn't have thought that we
Close
needed
the
to-
screen.
Oh my god. Wives, am I
How
right?
many- we got spotlights in here. How many bugs are gonna be like, oh my god?
Will you guys close the fucking screen, please?
I don't need you to take that tone with me, sir.
I don't really care. Look, there's a bug that you let in. Good lord.
I feel it already.
Murder it with your man hands.
Really hope that came through, but I
Yeah.
don't think that it did. Anyways,
Anyways, how long have we been going?
almost 50 minutes. Around 50 minutes.
There were a couple of questions that were guitar adjacent that I do want to touch on, maybe.
Yeah, actually, I had an idea to expand on one of them.
Okay, so the first question was from Eric. He asked, have our wives bought us any gear over the years?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the answer is yes.
We weren't actually asking you that part. Thank you.
I'm about to tell them what it was. Maybe the door opens a bad idea.
I immediately regret this choice.
Yeah, Beth has bought me a few things. I think one of the first things she got me was a wireless pack, like a body pack and receiver. Long time ago. I still have that. I haven't used it in a long time, but I remember it being great. I have my old Blood Noise Endeavors Procession Reverb was a Pedal Genie pedal, and I was like, Beth, this is a great
Gonna
pedal.
need this one.
Kind of because I saw it. The email comes in. Yo, we're sending you this. And I looked into it a little bit. Hadn't heard of it before. I was like, oh, this looks like a good one, and tried it out. Confirmed it's a good one. And I think it was like in September or something. My birthday's in October, so she said like, well, how about I get you this for your birthday? I was like,
So it's like a
signed, sealed, delivered. Let's
yeah,
do
it's,
it.
it's like a known thing.
Yeah,
Was
and I
it-
was
so-
like, that would be great. I would love this for my
Yeah.
birthday. And then last year for our anniversary, she helped me with some money towards a guitar I wanted. Kind of not one that got away, but one I had been looking for a long time. And it appeared at the local shop as like a scratch and dent. I was like, oh my god! Like I didn't wake up today expecting to buy a guitar, but
Yeah.
I've let them go before, and I've been mad about it every time. So she's like, well, here, I'll help you out. And so those are the things.
Okay.
As far as I can remember, there's probably been odds and ends here and there, but those are the big ones.
Honey, have you ever bought me some gear as a gift? I feel like that's like, oh yeah, you knocked him down. Oh man,
They let in the mosquitoes. You
they let
guys.
in a big old mosquito. Anyways, I feel like it's on me.
I know.
Yeah, she bought me
It's like some
an
music.
Incubus record on vinyl.
Right.
one
Yeah,
time.
but not like recording
No.
gear or guitar
Well,
gear.
because especially since like my focus being on recording gear more than like guitar stuff, I think it's even harder
Yeah.
to know like, it's just it would be total madness for her to think that she could,
Just pick
So
something up,
that doesn't really happen.
without something like with this pedal of like, oh, I really want this.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And well, okay. So here's actually the other thing. And now that I think about it, this might be sort of the more important thing is that my attachment to music is significantly business related.
Sure.
Because the recording gear, anything that I do as far as recording gear is business stuff. It's all going on my tax write-offs and depreciation. So none of that can really, like, that's not gifts anymore.
Yeah, that's a
You
good
know
point.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And like years ago, it could have been like guitar stuff. And I still do like some music for fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's not all that, but I still would put it on my taxes. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Because
right.
it's still a write-off for me. If I
Yes.
buy any music gear, is for the studio.
Right.
You know, even if it really isn't.
Well, it doesn't
'cause
mean
it
it's
is.
not. Yeah.
Because it is,
Right.
you know. But here's what I was thinking. With the wives here, the question is, how do you best get your wife to buy you stuff? Straight from the horse's mouth. Can we ask that?
Oh, if you want, yeah. I mean,
Do you
I
think
think
that-
my method is like, what have I done to get her to buy
Well,
me
no, I
things?
want to
Or-
know from them. I want them to weigh in. Dear listener,
Like-
here's how to make sure your wife gets you good guitar pedals.
talk about them incessantly.
Hey guys, we want to ask you a question from the audience.
Come here.
Come here.
This is gonna be the worst episode
This is
ever.
going to be the worst episode ever. Hey,
All the way in.
Why?
well, because your answer should be
Recorded.
part of the show. Okay,
I hope you know there's a giant mosquito in
there's
here.
a big mosquito in here because of how you left.
Don't
it
give me
open.
that face. You left it open.
Well, now they're like afraid to come in. They're like, oh my
Yeah.
god, the mosquito's in here.
It's on.
Do I have to be on camera again?
Well, whatever. You could just be a ghostly voice from afar if you want. Okay. So the question was, has your spouse ever gifted you a bit of guitar gear?
Yeah.
So I'm flipping that around a little bit. How?
Have you ever bought me guitar gear?
Yes,
Tons.
tons. No. How would a person go about encouraging their spouse to get them guitar gear as a gift? How would they
Giving
plant
me
that
money
seed?
as like a what's it called when
Like a bribe?
no
Are we talking blackmail here?
No, no.
Extortion?
like what do you give allowance like an
Oh,
allowance
if I paid you like $10 a week that you
Yeah.
could spend on me.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. What
That's,
if I?
that's just a spousal savings account, right? That's just
right, it's just yeah.
yeah.
I don't know, you gotta tell me what you like. You know I would buy you
Okay, so
I know, and
no,
you have.
Then you feel guilty about me buying you these expensive things when you can't afford something as expensive for me.
Right.
right. How do I
Well,
get past
yeah.
that? Teach me how to get over that so I don't care about getting you things anymore. How do I do
Teach
that?
me how to get expensive stuff without having to like actually.
That
do
is
anything.
exactly you're really cutting to the
Yes.
core of it now.
Exactly.
That's it. That's the thing.
No, slightly more seriously though, like
Like,
how do you go about planting the seed? Because the way I see it is,
Okay, stop talking. So, the first.
who the fuck do you think I
this
am?
is my show.
This is my show. No, what?
Do you know who I am?
Don't you know who I am?
No, I think the hardest part for me is because I'm a musician, but I don't play guitar. So I have literally no idea what you would want. So unless you have mentioned a specific item,
Yeah.
I got nothing.
But
So
it's that
how-
mentioning of it that's the
Right.
thing. How do
Do
you,
you leave?
if you
So
said
if I
to
leave
me,
a
like-
magazine open and it's just open on the table, and you see
Amazon wish list.
the 19.
True.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
Amazon wishlist.
Unfortunately-
or also like note in the phone that's like cool stuff I saw that about guitar stuff, and then like you share it with.
That
the
would be a
spouse.
great gift for me someday.
Yeah, things that you could buy me if you were feeling so inclined. I mean, maybe, but like you don't.
That's
have
tough because like a lot of guitar gear is not very well stocked on Amazon. Like you can't buy a Gibson guitar on Amazon, right? There's all these things
you
like
want to?
separate issue, but like you know what I mean. All the cool pedal companies don't sell on Amazon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right,
It-
so maybe
it's so-
not Amazon.
right, but something like
some sort of a wish list
Yeah.
note, Or like, you know, if you're old school,
Well,
you
that's-
circle, you know, C17 in the catalog.
Yeah.
That's very direct, and that's what I was wondering. So
yeah.
is that what we've come to in our
Okay.
modern
No,
era,
no, no.
or do we?
Versus like, hey, I want this. Can you help me buy it as a gift or
Well,
something?
that's the
Just-
same.
yeah.
That seems like it's the same to
I'm
me.
psychologizing. Okay. So what if, you know how I got our dog sitter to tell me what kind of wine she liked?
Yeah,
Because
The sneaky method,
the
yeah.
sneaky method.
So,
Do you
like,
remember- what did you just to fill the listeners didn't hear that story?
Hello, listeners.
Hello, listener.
No, I said to her, I lied. I lied super bad.
Yeah.
I think
said,
she knows what's happening.
Oh, I'm sure she does. But I said, like, my friend Beth doesn't really like wine that much, but we're going to some wineries. And she wants to get into stuff, but I only like reds, and she wants to try whites. Any chance you're a wine connoisseur? And then she,
Right.
like, gave me the perfect answer back, right? But I worded it so that
Yeah.
she would tell me without knowing she was telling me.
This is exactly what I'm looking for.
Right.
So how do we flip that? How do I word something so that I'm putting the idea in your head that you should buy me?
My friend so and so
This
at
pedal.
work
Are you going to
is
let Wife talk now?
is a guitar player,
I'm-
and
I'm-
he's
I'm-
looking for
I'm
a
needing to
Boss
frame it so-
BD2 clone.
I'm needing to frame the question so it's not so meandering, so that you can deliver your
Thank
expert
you.
response.
So what I would do if I had something very specific, like bookish, you know, that I wanted, and like you can't read, so, you know,
I'm about to find out that she's been planting an idea in my head for years and I've not caught on. Go on. Go on.
no, but like I would probably say to you, like, okay, so what would you? Oh, okay, yeah. So I want something, right?
Yeah.
But in order to get you to tell me, never mind, I'm not going to preface this. So I want something, right?
Yeah.
I want something awesome and bookish. Actually, there is something I want. There's a clock. Can I tell you this? There's a clock.
I mean, it's not
That-
going to be a secret anymore.
I know,
is it?
but maybe there's a listener out there who likes books.
Who will buy it for you?
Hello, strangers. No, there's a clock that literally every minute of every day they've taken a book quote
Okay.
that says that hour and minute of the day in some context in the book and put it on there with the title and author. Fucking amazing.
That's cool.
so the clock
So
face
cool.
shows a full
it's like,
quote. With
yeah,
a
it's like Gatsby
citation.
went down to the pool at 2:05 and said to
Yeah.
his butler, like, don't, you know, take
Whatever.
that call, whatever. So
Yeah.
anyway, I want that,
It's
right?
pretty cool.
I say to you at the dinner table as we like, you know, swirl our snifters.
Right.
Of wine you bought in the Finger Lakes.
Right.
Yes. Snifter wine.
$286
Hey,
worth.
can you? All right.
Whoa.
So I say to you,
We're poor. Don't listen to her.
It was for my mom and my sister.
All right.
most of
We
it.
don't need the details. Let's
I
go.
say to you, right? So if you were gonna, I'm the one that wants something. If you were gonna like have me get you your dream gift, that's like within our actual budget, not like the yacht that I've been eyeing, you know.
Yeah.
But like a reasonable like actual gift. What's your dream gift that you would want me to get you like right now, right? I would get you to say it to me, even though I have no intention of buying it for you, right? Because
Okay.
then you would say,
You'd
"What
reciprocate
about
the
you?"
question.
right?
Yeah.
You.
You'd be curious. What about you? And I would say, well, there's this clock. And then
I
you'd
think
know.
then I would say that's your dream gift.
I'm going to be honest.
And I would divorce you.
Yeah, right.
Maybe I'm
Oh
stupid.
yeah, we're
but
leaving yachts out of the equation, I
I-
guess. So that's fine. Right.
I'm worried that I'm a little stupid, but I'm not totally following you. So how am I getting you to buy me a guitar in this equation?
You're her with the book thing.
Right. The guitar is the clock.
So what you're saying, okay. So in order
Flip
to
it. You want a guitar.
You want a guitar,
ask
so what I
me-
say is-
you ask me, hey, what's your dream gift?
Yeah.
what's your
wife?
dream gift, hoping that
And
you'll
wife
reciprocate
says
that
this
question.
clock, and you're like, I don't fucking care. But anyway, you know, like here's
Yeah.
mine.
Oh, glad you asked. Right.
Right. And then spouse knows.
Right.
And spouse
right.
has to choose whether spouse is going to be, you know, judicious enough with his or her.
Yes. Or sleep on the couch.
Right.
funds. Yeah.
This
Okay.
sort of like is sort of related, pretty much. But a couple months ago, I was like looking on Etsy for something like this. It's my necklace, and it has a special meaning behind it. And I was like, "Hey, Derek, do you like this shape or this shape?" And he was like, "I don't know. I kind of like that one." And I was like, "Okay, I like it too." That wasn't strong enough hint. And then like a couple weeks later, I was like, I want you to buy me this and give it to me.
Because so my side of that story is a little different. I don't remember the I like it too part. I remember just like, oh yeah, okay, and then waiting for you to decide. And I was waiting for the memo of which one
So
to get.
you were pretty
Yeah.
sure you'd gotten the message, but
Yeah.
the message was, I'm gonna choose
gonna
between
mull
these and
this
let you
over.
know.
Right. So
So it's
A
you
crossed
know
wire.
you want the 1981 DRV, but do you want
right.
Stranger Things edition or do you
Yeah.
want the pink one?
Exactly.
You know,
You want the pink one.
it was a Stranger Things edition.
the Stranger
you,
Things
you
one.
idiot.
I mean, I'm all for that, but
It came in this bag.
wow.
There was a very ASMR unboxing
Yeah.
video that was posted to the Tone Control YouTube channel. It was a lot of sounds.
I left the sounds in. I thought that was a pro move.
It was enticing, tantalizing.
We'll watch it later. It's only 90 seconds.
It's 90 seconds you'll never get back, and I mean that in a good way.
What do you?
Answer your question.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
All right. So-
Later, Gators. That's fine.
Don't you think the listeners probably want to hear something else now?
Yeah, we have another.
Yeah, what do you
question
want
that
to
we
tell
were
him?
gonna answer.
Oh, what other question do we have? Yeah, be gone. Thanks. No, I don't know. I thought that was good.
Yeah. That's my phone.
See, I'm full of ideas.
All right, what's
The second question. Let me pull it up. Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus.
Beth's just throwing gang
Did
signs.
she throw an inappropriate
I think it was a
symbol or
peace
something?
sign. I don't
Oh,
know.
that's fine.
I'm gonna scroll back through the Discord chat from a few days ago, or was it today?
Might have been yesterday.
Yesterday. Gosh. Okay. So how does it feel? Jamie asks, how does it feel to be away from music/gear/recording for a week as we've been here on vacation? And I'm going to extend that to kind of just like not being in front of a screen, in front of a device, because at work I just sort of keep an eye on Discord and I keep an eye on social media, and it's just always like sort of trickling in. It's not a distracting thing for me, but I do have like a finger on the pulse of my feeds all day.
You're gonna know if the message per minute rate goes up.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And it's just sort of how I've worked for years and years and years. I just have like a slow drip of stuff. I
Yeah.
see or check a thing here and there and go do some work. Sort of unrelated. My work method when I work from home is like very short bursts of like 15, 20 minutes and then like a 1 minute break on social media or YouTube or something like that. Then back to work, 10, 15, 20 minutes, all in these like short chunks.
Yeah.
So that's how I would like kind of always have a read of what's happening and what's going on. I've not been doing that this week.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
And it's weird.
And not just guitar, because I've gone a week without playing guitar, and it's like that kind of stinks. But I'm not going to bring a guitar on vacation. So, Discord for the Tone Control anyway has been, buzzing along. People have
Yep.
been doing their things. I've been getting some messages from people. Mosquito. Oh, damn it! Oh,
Come here, you son of a bitch. Oh, nope. Oh, God, you're inches from him. All right.
amazing podcasting. Anyway, where was I? God, oh my God.
Well, Discord's been
Oh, so Discord's been humming
Cranking
along.
along.
Yep. Some people have been messaging, the band chat, getting some text messages from people here and there. And every time it's just like, I don't want to deal with this right now. I'm not going to stop what we're doing because we're hanging out, we're playing games, we're on a boat, we're at a winery. I'm not going to just like sit here and like thumb away at Discord and like engage in the chat or engage in social media because I want to be here and be now, which is working. But it is weird. I know I'm going to go back and I have the feeling like I need to catch up, which is impossible and I'm not going to do. But do you know what I mean?
I think and I've been occasionally catching up kind of with like general chat.
Yeah. A little bit.
Right. It's sort of like the main home in Discord, right?
Yeah.
And then without
Like,
getting too much
people are
into the
talking
other
about
topics.
this. Oh, the topic changed to that. Oh, now
Yeah.
they're talking about this, and that's fine.
And then I've thrown a couple of little messages, mostly like, "Hey, we're trying to do a vacation show. Let's, send in some questions." It was that sort of thing. I think I have a similar kind of approach throughout the day. Depending on what I'm doing, sometimes I really do like kind of concentrate, and I don't.
Totally.
Well, obviously, if I'm recording something, but on, each hour, there's going to be like a couple of minutes where I like, okay, switch off for a second, reset. I'm going to look, oh, the topic is this now,
Yeah.
just like you're saying. And less of that. I've been not
Yeah.
looking at it all day until we get back home, and it's like, oh, now we're going to make some dinner back at the cabin kind
Yeah.
of thing, and not paying attention to Discord in between.
Yeah, this is all to say it's been good. Like I've enjoyed not looking at a computer screen for 14 hours a day. But
I like that it's still there. I like that the people are still
me too.
chatting and
Yeah, me too.
coming up with stuff.
Yeah, I have not checked work, which is good. I have only glanced at social media, and usually when we're on vacation, I tend to I'll make a post like, "Here's what we did today," and at the end of
Yeah.
each day, post some pictures and whatever else. I've not been doing that.
We've been sort of talking about the opposite of that, about how
yeah,
there's
just
this pull from family members or something to check in with us, and we've been like, you'll hear from me when you do.
yeah. I've been in some group texts, and I'm just like, ugh, mute. I don't want to chit chat. I don't want to because I'm here doing my thing on a lake, and it's not urgent. We're talking about address changes or something. Great. Okay. Thank you. I don't need to say thanks in a group text of 12 people.
Right.
So just goodbye. But it's been, it's been good to walk away a little, to not look at a computer screen for a few days.
When we get together on the rare occasions that we're physically together, I listen to a lot of different music. The normal music listening habits around my lifestyle has a lot to do with my daughter. And
Right, I bet.
we're listening to something where the three of us all agree, and that ends up and I think this is partially a product of because of her being almost 6, and it having to be something all three of us like, not just one or two of us.
Yep.
But there's sort of a limited set, and you end up doing the same things over and over again because human beings like what they've heard already, and you will like a song more if you've heard it more, even if you hate it.
Yeah.
And so this is what I immediately noticed. We get together, we're driving around. Oh, suddenly there's 4 new bands or whatever that we could be like, here's this thing that we got from the Heidemans,
Yeah.
which is cool because a ton of Aria does a ton of music. Basically, as long as it's not instrumental, she's gonna dig it, and she doesn't like when things are too loud. She's gotten to the point where she's no longer gonna listen to heavy metal with me.
Okay.
That's an old thing where she was really just more excited that I was excited.
Yeah.
I think is what was going on. But now it's there's some Delaney songs where she's like, "Can we listen to
thank
something
you."
else?
Yeah.
This is loud.
Well,
this is
Aria.
loud."
I get that.
Yeah. Well, Aria, fuck you.
Well, 6-year-old.
But anyway, yeah, that's the thing that, thinking about being away from my normal life, I struggle to listen to music. I know that there's been a bunch of albums that have come out that I was excited to listen
Today
to.
I asked you if you heard the new Foo Fighters record, and you were like, "Oh,
I haven't even heard the new Foo Fighters record, you guys. And
it's
that's,
been months."
I think that's a product of my work.
Well,
And
your work is to listen to things,
is to listen to things, and a
my
lot
work
of it
is not. So I can listen to
Yeah.
things and work,
yeah.
and
And when I'm done with work, I usually want to stop listening to things.
yeah, totally, I get that.
And so when I get to listen to things is when I'm mowing the lawn, I put on headphones, or if I walk the dogs by myself, which isn't in the summertime.
Not when it's 70 degrees.
Well, no, it's just the girls are home, so they'll come with me.
Yeah,
But when it's 70, we would never go out at 70 degrees. That's too
too
chilly.
cold,
The dogs
right.
are going to freeze.
yeah. Hopefully they wake up soon.
Hopefully they
Anyway.
do. Hopefully they wake up soon.
So yeah, those are the questions really. Did you have something else?
No, that's basically the story. I like it.
There's some other things we can save. We do have an actual guitar thing we'll save for next time. It's Olympics week, so we've been watching a bunch of that. There was a comment about trying to tie it into the Olympics, comparing the 100-meter dash into speed picking. But I think that's pretty stupid.
No, you know what it
Was
is?
the
100
comment.
meter hurdles is speed picking.
Yeah.
Yeah, because those guys, that's violent shit, and somebody's going
So it's
down.
like the high jump, like a Floyd Rose dive bump.
I think that's the pole vault.
Okay, I'll allow that.
A dive, yeah. Yeah. The pole vault.
This is a fun bit. Too bad we thought of it way too late in the show.
Minute 1 hour 14.
Yeah, we should wrap this up,
yeah.
I think.
If you have stuck with us this long through this particular episode, first of all, I think this is really cool. We're actually on one camera, but it just happened to fit inside the YouTube frame that we'd already had made. It was like, this is very clever. So we look a little weird. I'm very stretchy. Like, do you see how? Because we're at wide angle anyway.
Yeah.
Whatever. You guys don't need
Yeah,
to.
the operation here on the table is a disaster, but
It's fine. And I think this was very funny and fun.
Yes.
And if you have stuck with us this long, this is probably
this is
the worst episode.
It's
please,
very
if you
uncommon.
found this even remotely entertaining, then you get along with us and you might like our show when we actually talk about guitars.
when we actually do it. Yeah, let's pull up our list of patrons.
Yeah. So
You got that there?
you can. I do.
I'll give them the spiel. How about that?
Yeah. Sure.
So listen up. We record the show in Discord, which we're doing here tonight on Thursdays. Every other Thursday, we record the show in Discord, and you can come hang out in Discord for free. It is open and free to all fans and listeners of the Tone Control. And we're talking about gear. We're talking about video games. We're talking about movies and beer and coffee and books and whatever's going on. So
Algae. It could happen.
Probably algae. How many people are in the server now?
Discord.io/tone control
got
is a direct link that's going to get you right there. I
Yeah, we
think
got like 50 or 60 people going. It's rad. It's a lot of fun. And I just got added to a group text I do not want to be a part of. Happened again. And that's a lot of fun. So link to that in the show notes, and it's
discord.io/tone control.
Tone Control. Okay. If you really like what you hear on the show and in Discord and such, you can join the Patreon. And for $1 a month, we're going to give you a super cool shout out and tons of just, way too much affection, really. In the show, we're going to shout your name out.
Super secret special stuff that we're not talking about
There
right
is
now.
some super secret special stuff, like things in this bag here, just off camera, sort of.
Just off camera.
And so
See
yeah,
my eyes shoot down. They could see that it was a bag.
Yeah,
There's a bag of something secret.
there's a bag
right
of goodies
there
right there.
that patrons will know about soon.
Yes, and for $1 a month, you get that. You get the undying love and a cool name tag in Discord, and a shout out at the end of every episode. For $2 a month, we're going to let you into our super top secret recording booth, where you can listen to us record the show live every other week. And
under normal circumstances, there's a live chat going,
Yep.
and people heckle us, and sometimes questions come in live, and that's cool
Right,
too. Or
and-
people proffer their opinions,
Totally.
desired or undesired.
there's also usually at the end of the show. Hi, what are you doing here?
It's right
Oh.
here.
I see you left the screen open again.
Love you.
There's the chat, and then after the episode is finished, we usually open the mics up and chat with people here in person, so to speak. So that's for $2 a month, and those people supporting the episode this week are
Carson Ricketts, Nick Greenwood, Timmy S., which I asked him, by the way, and that is what he's decided we should call him.
okay, great.
We were actually live on a Twitch stream, and someone challenged me to trick him into telling us his full name. Mm-hmm. And I tried to ask him live on Twitch if what I should call him over here on the Tone Control. And he was like, oh, that's fine.
Yeah, that'll do.
Unfazed. Matthew Fenslaw, Ryzen Wolf, Jamie Evans, Jeffrey Wright, Doug King, Doug Gann, Righteous Ryan Johnston, Steve Huffman, Jonas Sabatini, Eric Gurubobin, Andrew Walsh of Andrew's Alcove, OG friend of the show, Brian Rizzi, Doug Christ of 37 Effects, Sean Wright of Lollygagger Effects, and Brian Gower and Carl McIntyre of the Tone Jerks podcast. Thanks so much for your support. And that's it. We'll see you guys in a couple of weeks for a regular episode.
Yeah.
Thanks for freaking sticking around and whatnot.
Thanks for looking at my dumb sunburned face.
Oh, well, I hope it was fun. If it was bad, don't leave a YouTube comment.
I forgot about YouTube. I forgot this is going to be on the internet.
All right. Later, Gators.
Goodbye.
See you.